Everybody look a different direction. I feel like that would be a good band cover. Everybody like flex and look somewhere else. Electromite one. Are you checking your watch?
Yes. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the time. What do they call this?
It's the prime time.
Banlist season?
It's Banlist season.
It's Banlist season.
And what's coming to the ban list was getting off the ban list. You'll find out soon.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright guys, so we're here. We're gonna give the card master predictions for the ban list. We do have a scoring system in place, which will be on screen now. You will get 3 points if you correctly guess a card going to the correct position. You will get 1 point for predicting a card to move but not getting the correct position. And then you'll also lose a point if you predict a card moves and it doesn't. So yeah, any questions from Scrubs?
Let's get the bank. Let's get the bank.
So the first card we're going to talk about is the most, I guess, obvious pick for this ban list, which is VFD, True King of All Calamities.
Oh,
so yes. If you don't know what this card does, you obviously aren't playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And it says you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! So those are the most degenerate cards that oftentimes get hit by the ban list.
I think that is going to, I think it's going to get banned.
For sure.
For sure.
It's
I mean, any
banned.
card that stops you from playing the game.
I'm gonna say 1. So Virtual World can turbo out 2 VFDs at the same time. Virtual World is kind of a new archetype, so I kind of feel like they're not gonna outright take out the boss monster, even though I think it's what should happen. I think it'll go to 1.
I actually agree with that. It should go to 1. I think it's time for meta to change. You know, VFD should get limited and not completely stop Virtual Worlds from, you know, just being Virtual Worlds.
I'm sticking with 0.
I'm going to stand by my 0 though.
Stand by 1.
The big card that people are calling to get hit in the Drytron engine is Cyber Angel Ben 10. And it's one of those pretty awesome things I like about Yu-Gi-Oh! That an older card can come up in a new archetype and be broken. Because it's not hard once per turn, so you can loop it. It's searchable through Preparation of Rites, and it lets you search any monster in your deck. So when you're playing your Drytron cards, you can set up your Herald of Ultimateness and then tribute your Ben 10 to get Herald of Orange Light to negate monster effects, Herald of Purple Light for trap effects. You can get Vanity's Ruler if you have 2 monsters to tribute and stop your opponent from special summoning. It's got too many things it can do, and it's not a hard once per turn, so it's a problem card that definitely needs to be addressed. I think it goes to 1.
I think this card is going to go down to 0 because that's busted.
I think at the worst it would be limited, but it's not getting banned.
Ghost, just said it yourself. Konami wants you to buy the deck. They're keeping it at 3.
No.
Let's go!
No. Alright, so this one I know really well, and I think you guys know. Cursed Eldland and Scarlet Sanguine. Now these cards can allow you to special summon an Eldritch monster, and a lot of people think that's busted. I think that at most it'll go down to 2.
Cursed Eldland, I don't think will be touched. Scarlet Sanguine, I don't think it's gonna get touched. I think it'll stay.
I think Sanguine will... Sanguine? I think Scarlet will be hit to 1.
Alright, well, I'm not a good Eldritch player, and I really hate that deck because I sit in way too many times used in so many different decks.
Like, says the invoked player.
No Call by the Grave at the moment. You know, Eldritch is killing it.
Yeah.
Scarlet, I think, should go limited, and the other card should go to semi-limited.
Okay.
Double hit.
Yeah, that is a double hit. That's interesting.
Yeah.
The next deck we're going to talk about is Dinosaur. The 2 cards that people can see getting hit for this deck are Fossil Dig and Miscellaneousaurus. So as we all know, Fossil Dig searches a dinosaur for you, and it's not a hard once per turn, so opening 2 up in your opening hand is pretty nice. Miscellaneousaurus, you know, we've all heard the meme, have you read Misk? Because it's a stupidly broken card. A lot of people are calling for this deck to get hit in some way. I am not one of those people. In control format, I don't think it does as much, so I don't think either of these cards get touched.
I think it gets hit. I don't think Fossil Dig gets hit. It will stay at 3. But I think Miscellaneousaurus should at least get limited to 1.
I think it's going to be Fossil Dig, I feel like is the same thing with Scarlet Sanguine. I mean, you don't really want to hit that because that keeps like the engine going. Yeah, I think Miscellaneous Source is gonna be dropped down. It's at 3 right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it might get dropped down to 1.
I think Miscellaneous is gonna go to 1. I think Fossil Dig is gonna go to 1.
Ooh,
Because Fossil,
like you really
Fossil
are.
Dig's gonna
Gravy's head is a meteor on Yu-Gi-Oh right
my
now.
I
hope you know you're getting points out of this.
I agree. I thought this through. Red Eyes Dragoon. Unlimited. Only sees 1 copy, so obviously it's either 1, or sorry, it's either 3 or 0. It ain't going to 2 or 1. That doesn't make sense to me, because people run 1.
It was limited in the OCG.
Yep.
Before it got banned.
Dragoon will go to 1. And the reason I think it will go to 1 is banning it doesn't make sense. It's a great card. Might even say OP, but it's not overused as we thought it would.
I say it stays at 3.
I say 3.
I say we go down to 1.
3.
Yeah, I agree with Titan there.
You guys are just losing points, huh?
Limited to 1. Let's talk about Zexal.
Oh god.
Zexal is another card that stops people from playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Not just hit, I think it should get banned.
Speaking as a Numeron player, I don't really think Zexal does much now. I could see the argument, but I don't think it's getting touched this time, so I think Zexal stays at 3.
So it's gotta be 3, it's gotta be 0. That's my bet. I think it stays at 3 though. I kind of agree that it doesn't do a whole lot. It hurts. I don't know, I just don't see it. 3.
Stays at 3.
God, dude. All right, well, let's talk about Invocation. It's literally 10 cards. 3 Invocations, 3 Alistairs, 3 Meltdowns, and a Terraforming. Meltdown is their king. You know, Meltdown runs pretty much the whole deck. I mean, not to say that Alistair and Invocation can't do anything by themselves. They can for sure. That will most likely get hit, as much as I hate to say it, being an Invocation player myself. I really like the deck and I don't want it to get hit, but I think if you want to hit something with Invocation, that it should definitely be Meltdown. It will most likely get limited.
Honestly, I don't think anything's gonna really happen to it. I mean, I see Invoke and I have problems with it, but I think, you know, if anybody like runs the right kind of cards, I think, yeah, it's not that big of a problem.
Meltdown though, I could, but I'm gonna say it's at 3.
I think it's
Or 6, right?
I say Meltdown goes to 2, and let me tell you why.
I thought about that.
I don't think it does anything whatsoever. But Invoked has been around for so long that it's one of those things that I feel like needs to be hit and does see play every once in a while. So I think they want to maybe touch the Invoked engine without actually doing anything to it. I say Meltdown goes to 2.
Boys, we all know this card. Mystic Mind.
Oh god.
It's at 3, right?
Come on.
It is at 3.
Oh.
Who cares if you put it to 1? You got Terraforming and Metaverse. They'll find a way. But the question is 1 or 0, because I feel like we're all on that same page.
I say it stays to
No!
at 3. Okay. In a combo format, Mystic Mind can actually top, but in control format, it cannot.
I agree with that too. And my reason is, yes, you're right.
I'm saying 0. I'm saying ban.
I'm gonna say it goes to 1.
Okay, so now we're gonna go on to the semi-limits, of which there are 1. It's True King's Return. Nobody was calling for this card to get, you know, taken up a level on the ban list, but it did, and hasn't done literally anything. So this is a thing Konami does, where it'll put a card to 2 before it goes back to 3. We saw this with ABC and Totally Awesome, so I just think it's following the suit. I think True King goes all the way back to 3.
3.
Yeah, let him
That
go.
seemed like a normal card to me.
That ain't no True King card.
Yeah.
It's a fake king. Let it go to
That's
3.
a fake king as well.
Hey, he wants some easy points.
Yeah, easy point.
Woo! So let's talk about a card that we tragically saw go away. Down to 1. Called by the Grave. Now,
Was it tragic?
oh, it was very tragic. Absolutely. How could you not say it was? It was brutal. They butchered my boy. I have to have those Called by the Graves. It was tragic. I think they're gonna put it to semi-limited.
They need to bring Call by the Grave back.
Yes.
I think it should
I do
go back
agree.
all the way to 3, not even semi-limited.
I was gonna say
Skip that
3,
part.
actually.
Oh,
Go to
3?
3 all the way.
I mean, I
Because
think
we don't
I
have
think you want to
process
like.
designate. As much as I want Call by the Grave to go to 3, it makes logical sense for me to say it stays at 1. And other than Crossout Designator, which is not out yet, you know, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go a little crazy here. I think it goes to 0.
What? Are you trying to?
Let me
coming
tell you
from.
why. So Konami is first and foremost a business, okay? And what I think's gonna happen, my big brain prediction, is I think Crossout Designator gets announced for Lightning Overdrive probably after the ban list hits. But I think to promote sales of that card by Crossout Designator or packs to open Crossout Designator, Called by the Grave is a cheap version of that card. So as long as Called by the Grave is playable, people will use that as the Crossout Designator.
A hero lives. Half your life points summon a hero from deck. Okay, it's limited because as a hero player, you pay half your life points and summon Shadow Mist, which I'm correct, when special summon you add a change card to your hand. So you can immediately go into Masked Dark Vault. I think it stays there, it's really powerful.
But you do pay half your life points, and heroes aren't doing anything. I don't even see them at the rogue level anymore. I don't even see them at locals anymore, which is just crazy. So I think
I could see some limited now that I said that.
I think it follows the Konami trend of going to semi-limited before going to 3. So I'm gonna make a future prediction. It goes to 2 on this ban list, and then goes to 3 on the next one.
I think it stays where it is. It's Dark Law is too OP.
Heroes need some love. I say it goes to 2.
I wanted to kind of bring some light on dangers. There is Tsuchinoko limited to 1 and Jackalope limited to 1. It doesn't stop the danger engine. I think it would be interesting to get these cards back into the meta to see how the meta progresses. So I think making them semi-limited is the way to go. Nessie can stay at 1. I don't think Nessie
Dangers
is
is
ever moved.
splashable though.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna see them everywhere.
Dangers also were hit when Danger Thunder Dragon was like a top deck.
Exactly.
So I can see Simo brought up a good point in his ban list prediction that Tsuchinoko will actually go to come up on the ban list, and I kind of agree with what he was saying. The new archetype, the Abyss archetype, are reptiles, and there's only 2 reptile type monsters on the ban list at all. One of them is Tsuchinoko, the other is Tyrant Neptune, which is an F2K enabler. So that can never come off without Narada. But Tsuchinoko going to 2, I kind of see it meshing with the Abyss engine, so I don't think it'll be touched, but maybe I do. I don't know. I don't think Jackalope moves at all, but I think Tsuchinoko goes to 2.
I think it stays. I think they're just gonna leave it the way it is.
I don't see like a problem with Dangers at all. I think they're still functional. I don't think they're really gonna touch it. I mean, especially when you got all these busted cards out there.
Raigeki. Some say the best card in Yu-Gi-Oh! I, for one, loved it when they put it to limited. And now it's time for us Raigeki players to go to 3. Who's with me?
It's staying
Who
where
wants
it
the
is.
hand?
No.
Here's the thing, I think it could go to 3, and nobody would play it except Gravy. I think it stays at 1.
Why?
Exactly.
I think it's
I think
good
it
where
stays
it's
at
at.
1.
Look,
Good word.
If it doesn't matter at 3, put it at 3.
What I think is gonna happen is different from what I want to happen.
Raigeki 3. I'll lose a point for this.
Alright, getting to the forbidden cards, bringing back Salmon Grade, Mirax Stalio. It's not so great anymore, Salmon Grade. They need to be great again. And I think for that, talking about Salmon Grades, they aren't so great anymore. And to be great, they had to bring back Salmon Grade, Mirax Stalio. Alright, talking about the forbidden list.
What the hell?
Talking about the forbidden list, talking about Salmon Grades. They aren't so great anymore and they need to be great again. Now you can laugh just a little bit, don't go cracking, okay? Speaking of Salmon Grades, they aren't great anymore and they need to be great again. And for that, they had to bring Salmon Grade, Mistralio with Wonderful. Talking about making Salmon great again, they had to bring okay.
This isn't fun.
Okay, yeah, this is too much, dude. I'm losing fat. So, Murad Stalio, they need to bring him back. And I think it's to make Salmon Great playable. Right now, it's in a position where it's not seeing any play, and at the best, it's rogue. I think they need to bring him back to at least 1. And if possible, I also ask for Gazelle to be back at 2.
I think it goes to 1.
I think Salmon Grades are getting no love today.
What?
I think Konami doesn't care about them right now.
I think Gazelle needs to, but I don't think they're gonna do anything with it.
So everybody's favorite pendulum support that isn't a pendulum card. Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. It was banned and it killed pendulums. Heavy Metal Foes got new support in Blazing Vortex, and they didn't bring it back. A lot of people had it on their list. I have it on this list. I think it's going to go back to being limited. I kind of think a little love to pendulums deserved, so I think Electromite goes back to 1.
I think it should stay banned.
Is there?
I do not like pendulum decks, and even though it is a great card, I think it should stay where it is.
No,
It is a hard once per turn.
So it's super easy to get out. Okay, I don't know.
No.
I agree. Pendulums could use some love.
No, they don't need love, bro.
I think
have
they need
crazy
love.
cards, you know.
What, and Dominion's the best pendulum deck?
Currently.
I think they might want to test the waters here. They go 3. No.
Test the waters. 4.
No, 1.
I don't know. It's 0 or 1, obviously. 0. I'm gonna go 0.
And what did you say?
1.
Alright, this next card, Firewall Dragon, Link 4, that was banned, enabled way too many FTKs that made it completely unfair and broken, so they banned it. It has an errata in the OCG, and it has been confirmed that we are getting that errata in the TCG in the Ghosts from the past set. I just think in general it's not going to do anything, so I think Firewall completely comes off the ban list. Back to 3. So yeah, they will release the card. This is what happened with Makira the Destructor.
Mm-hmm.
They released him from the ban list, but his errata didn't come out. So there was actually like 2 days where you could play the original Makira.
The delayed errata version, I think it should go back to semi-limited.
The original one. Okay, the original one
Yes.
was.
Semi-limited.
To 2.
To 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take your L on that one.
The original
It goes
card
to
is
3. It's a new card. Konami want money.
So your prediction?
Oh,
3.
okay.
We go to 3.
So errata isn't out yet.
Correct.
Okay.
It's coming out in April.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's going to 3, man. Come on.
What?
So we're gonna talk about Thunder Dragon Colossus, an absolutely busted card, needs to remain banned. That's its rightful place. I don't think anybody is gonna dispute me on this, right?
I think it will stay banned, but there's Nemesis out there, and
Oh god. I think it will stay banned, so I think it will stay at 0. But
You
I think
want it to.
I want it to come back to 1. I think it can come back to 1. Colossus.
Stays banned.
stays banned.
Fuck it. I say it goes back to 1.
Stays
I feel it.
I love your
No.
points, bro. Money, money, money.
Sometimes
money.
you just gotta lock the beast up and don't let it out, and that's one of those beasts.
Alright, next card, Arcus Harporer. I think Arcus could come back with this card at 1, and it wouldn't do anything.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with going to 1.
Yep.
It's a valid argument. I
But
think
do you
it stays
think
banned.
it...
The only card Orcus that says any play is Dingirisu Orcus.
Yeah,
True.
right?
And actually, Rusty Bardiche did just come back off the ban list, which
Exactly.
does strengthen. I take it back. I think it stays banned.
It's on my side now.
Sky Striker Engage. Banned. Search any Sky Striker card. Pretty nice. 3 or more spells in graveyard, which of course Sky Strikers will have. Sky Strikers, they kind of had a comeback going for a little bit. Still, I don't think it has enough power in it. I think this can go to 1.
Yeah.
I think it can go back to 1, and they've kind of been taking a Sky Striker off the list.
I think
Sky Strikers need love.
Yeah, they did. They got hit pretty hard. I was going to get a Sky Striker deck, but after, expecting that they were going to get hit, I was like, no.
Sky
can't do it.
Striker is still a top rogue deck. If other meta is getting adjusted with VFD and everything, you're pretty much bringing them all much together. And I think for this and this reason only, I think it will stay banned.
I think it stays banned.
Most likely.
Sky Strikers need love, boy.
Maxi.
It's banned for a reason. It's going to stay banned.
I agree. I think it will
It's
stay
powerful.
banned. It's
Yeah.
powerful, and it's definitely not going to 3 because
Yeah.
you don't want everybody splashing this card in their deck.
Now, with the idea that Called by the Grave goes to 3, and the new card comes out, I could see it going to 3.
Like-
Maxi's powerful.
Drawing power is so big. Like
Well,
you
negating
getting more.
special summons is
Oh,
important.
that is also true.
The only way I see Maxi coming off the ban list at all is when both Called by the Grave and Cross-Out Designator are at 3, and I don't see that right now, so I think it stays banned for sure.
Yeah, I guess it does stay banned. I would like to see it because I've never seen it. I never played while there was Maxi, but
You like to play a lot of broken decks.
I don't know.
Comment in the video if you want me and Gravy to duel with Maxi at 3, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, and those are our predictions. So we're gonna have a future video after the ban list comes out. where we will react to the ban list, have discussion, and tally up the points to see which card master is the best at predicting ban lists. And it's probably going to be me because I'm the greatest of all time.
You didn't
You guys
say
know
Rebecca was
Ghost.
gonna go 3.
And all of his knowledge comes from the pink hat.
Ooh, it is a nice pink hat. Whoa, my power's gone.
The knowledge!